Hello, you guys. This is Miss Felicia Inspire. Today we are here doing a pushback lace closure bob. Okay, so let's begin. I've already put her stocking cap on, and you're going to mold it down in the same way you would if you were doing a lace frontal ball cap, but I only did it on one side of her head and then the back. So all you're going to do is go ahead and trim off all of the excess cap. So this is me. I am cutting off and trimming. The cap ain't that tight, but preferably if you want it to be tight, you would have to sew down some areas or however, but this is how I do it. But yeah, just go ahead and cut it back as much as possible. So what I like to do is I like to get my Got To Be spray to seal down the ends, and all I do is blow dry and press while I am putting the cap down. And this is going to help also when you are putting down the makeup. It will help it stick a lot more better. And I will be using cream makeup for this to put to blend in my ball cap. Right now all I'm doing is taking my Ruby Kisses cream foundation, and I'm using a makeup brush to apply this. Now you can get this out of your local beauty supply store. And when I get mine, it runs me no more than $4 or $5. It's really cheap. But one thing I do like about it, you get two colors in one. Yes, girl. Listen, you gotta be trying to scratch this money, okay? So yeah, go to your local beauty supply store and pick this up because trust me, it is the bomb. Get your alcohol. I use 91% alcohol. And make sure you're cleaning up all the oils off the skin because you don't want your lace to lift up, okay? So make sure you're getting all of that off, okay? Now you are ready to apply your lace glue. I will be using Bold Hold Active Reloaded, and I think this is their newest edition, I guess. But they probably are releasing a new formula of lace glue. But I do like it. I am going to be posting a future video soon. I'm trying another one of their reloaded items that they're doing with their lace glue. So I am looking forward to using it most definitely. But if you have never used this, you can get it off of Amazon, and it's only going to run you like $25. But yeah, it is pretty good. Apply thin layers, okay? And when I am applying the glue, I'm going to use anywhere from 4 to 5 layers. This glue is a little bit on the thick side, so you have to spread it really thin. And when you are drying it, you can use like low heat, I guess. But for me, I just go ahead and I do low heat when I am blow drying my layers, and I make sure I dry them until they're clear. So apply as many layers as you think you need because you do want your client to get long lasting hold. Now I'm going to line up my lace closure, and I didn't include the process of how I prep my lace closure, but as you can see I did have to cut the lace back a little bit more. I did plug a little hole in this lace closure, and I am going to fix that. So all I did was cut the closure a little bit more right there so that it'll blend and all of that good stuff. So when you put it on, just kind of press it down, and I like to hold it down with one side and pull it a little bit tight, as you can see here. And this is going to make sure that it's tight. So when I apply lace closures, I cut off the tip, and this is going to help it blend in seamlessly. Okay, you see how I'm doing it? I cut it off, and so now I'm pulling it and it's blending in without even being detected. So that's something that you can do. Make sure that you cut them off if you haven't been using lace closures or anything like that. Now I am going to get ready to sew down the closure, and I like to start in the back of the closure first to sew it down, and this is going to help keep it tight and keep it flat and keep it from buckling. Don't forget that if you are enjoying this content, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's going to help contribute to me bringing you more and more content. And also, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you get all of my notifications first. And also, go to my social media and follow me. And if you are a part of Bigo Live, I go live just about every day in the salon. And you can come over and interact with me and interact with everyone else that's joining in on me going live in the salon. And you can watch everything right there. And also follow me on Instagram at Felicia Inspire _ So right here I'm using my black wrapping paper, red by Kiss, and this is some strong wrapping paper, and I will link that information in the detail box. So all I'm doing is tying down my lace closure, and all I'm doing is gluing it. And this is one of the methods that I started doing when I started doing lace, because this is going to help you melt down your lace while you are tracking down the hair. So when I use the wrapping paper, it helps protect the hair from glue. Most of all of my clients have alopecia, so I have to make sure that I am protecting their scalp. And you, like I said, you can find this paper. They have several different kinds of it, but this is like the more newest one that I started using, and it comes in the red box. It's the red by Kiss. So yeah, some of my clients like the wrapping paper and some of them don't. But if your client don't like it, you don't have to put it on there as a safety measure. Okay, so yeah, this is what I do. And right here I am spraying the Bronner Brothers Spritz Super Hold. And this helps the tracks to lay down a lot stronger, and the bond that the spritz provide with the glue, it helps hold a lot longer. So all I'm doing right here is laying down my tracks. The hair that I am using is Onyx, and she's using a 10-inch and a 12-inch. She's only going to be using 2 packs of hair. Now I have done bobs where I've used 3 packs of hair, and that's only because the client wants that. But if you want a more flowy bob, you may want to use 3 packs of hair. Now, I know some clients, they'll be like, because I hear it all the time, they be like, my head ain't that big. But if you are a person who likes to put layers and stuff in your bob and you want it to flow, you are going to need 3 packs of hair. Like, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Like, when you're doing these bobs, let your clients know, like, this is not a budget hairstyle. So yeah, like people think it's just so simple, but it's really, really not. Like I think a lot of the times when clients do get hairstyles, they spend more money in hair than they do getting the hair done. Okay, so right now I'm going to begin cutting the lace off from the closure. I cut it with my scissors right in the middle. When I do this, this helps give me more control when I'm cutting the lace. Like you can break it down in different sections, and I'm cutting this with an eyebrow archer. And even when you're doing lace frontals, I do this same technique. Like I cut it in the middle and then I cut it on the sides, because sometimes like when if you're doing a person who has like a bigger head, when you putting on a wig sometimes with lace, like it'll pull, but when you cut it in sections, it helps take out that tension. So now I'm going to start sectioning out the baby hairs for how I'll be laying them. And I always like to do a little section like right at the ear, because it's just super cute. So yeah, just go ahead and section out the baby hairs. And some people don't like baby hairs, but I do, and all of my clients love them. I have like one client that don't want baby hairs, and like that's every blue moon that she comes. Everybody else, they live for baby hairs. Okay. So now I'm just sectioning out my parting. Make sure you leave enough hair to cover the tracks on the other side. This closure is a little bit on the thin side, but I like it on the thin side because when you push it back behind the ear, it'll slick back smooth. So now I'm going to get my tweezers. I'm using slanted tweezers. And listen, it is very important you get a good pair of tweezers, because you don't want to be all day trying to tweeze out a part. But these tweezers that I got them out of the hair store. I think they're by Kiss. I can't really remember, but you just have to kind of play with the different tweezers they have. And as you see, like these tweezers get the hair out of the part really, really nice. And it's not going to take me forever to do it either. And don't forget that if you are liking this content, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that notification bell so that you get all of my notifications first. So right here, I'm taking out more hair so that it can slick a lot better. And for this method, like, even though I won't use all of these hairs for baby hair, like it lays a lot better when I go ahead and thin it out. So I'm using my razors to cut some of the hair in the front because you don't want to use your scissors because it make the ends blunt. So you already know I'm using my favorite Aunt Jackie's Frizz Patrol. Listen, I told y'all this foam wrap lotion is the bomb.com. It's really, really saturated, and you can get this out of your local beauty supply store. It'll run you maybe about $10 a bottle. So yeah, this foam wrap lotion, it don't lift the lace at all. I like it. Like y'all see how this hair slicks down, and you don't need a lot. Like it's really, really good. So when you are doing this, you can style your baby hairs the way that you like. Like I said, I love doing this little piece around the ear because it's super cute. And then of course I'm putting my concealer in her part, and then I'm going to be tying her down, putting her under the dryer. So she's been under the dryer for like 10 minutes or so. It don't really take a long time to dry. And I'm going to be prepping her so that I can go ahead and curl her hair and cut it. Yes, look at that, y'all. Look, it's very important that you thin it out because it's going to be very, very easy. I'm spraying my Essations finishing gloss spray. So one thing about the Aunt Jackie, I like it, but if you use too much, it will be hard when you combing it out. So to solve that problem, all I do is put my finishing spray on there, put some gloss on there so that it can loosen up the hair. So right here, I'm using my Andes hot comb, and you can get this off of Amazon as well. And all you're going to do is straighten out the roots of the hair. So right here, I'm taking my bed head, hard head, and I'm spraying it in between the hair. And when I do this, like it helps lay down the hair even after they have gotten it done. Everything will stay in place, and this is what's gonna help it lock in. And so when you do this, you are going to make sure that you blow dry this. Okay, make sure it's blow dried so that it's hard and nothing won't move out of place. Right now, I'm going to go in with my Ruby Kisses concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and define her part. And as you see, it's already popping out already. So when you do this, get you the Ruby Kisses palette that has the two colors in it, and you can get it from your beauty supply store. And I am applying this with my makeup brush, and it is the thin one. That way you can get into the detail of the hair. Like sometimes the lace is kind of off, and I didn't use any lace tint, so I'm doing it with my makeup. So right here I am defining and cleaning up my part, and all I do is use my flat round brush, makeup brush, and I use temporary hair color to dip it in there and to clean it up. So this is all I'm doing. And I have been doing this method for the longest. Like this is the most effective way that I can define and get a clean part, because sometimes like if you do a straight part, you can use the end of a rat tail comb with your high beam spray to clean up a part. But this is the only way that I figured I can get it cleaned up without having to mess up anything, and it is very, very beautiful. And so of course I go behind it with my high beams to clean it up, and then of course blow dry that in. So now I will begin cutting the hair. So I kind of section it out just a little bit there, and I pull it out at like a 45-degree angle, and I cut downward with my razor. And I'm using a razor comb, and you can get it from your local beauty supply store. And this is all I'm doing. I don't really want her layers too high up. I just want it thinned out near the bottom so that it's not bulky. So just pull that hair out, and it's up to you how high you want to go with your layers. It's totally up to you and how you want your bob to look. And this bob is fairly simple. Like it don't really take much to get this look. So just do your finishing touches on your cut so that you can begin styling. So I am going in with my wax, and I'm putting it on the hair because it is a little bit on the frizzy side. So this is going to help smooth out that frizz. So right now I am going to use my Ion one stroke flat irons. And y'all, I can't even tell y'all how much I love these flat irons. This is like my second pair. And like when I graduated from hair school, they gave us the Baby Bliss, and it was, Baby Bliss is a good brand, but these irons are not as expensive as Baby Bliss, but they are good quality. They run you like 100 and like $10 or $15. You can get them off of Amazon. But like these irons are so good. Like the difference between these irons and the Baby Bliss, these irons are beveled on the edge versus the Baby Bliss. They have like the straight edge, and they put lines in your stuff, in your hairstyles. So yeah, like get you a pair of these irons. Like they're very, very good. So as I am finishing up this bob, once again, if you enjoy the content that I bring to the community, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all of my notifications first. So yeah, she is loving this bob. Yes, 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 and yes, honey. Yeah, make sure you clean it up. And yeah, this is it, you guys. I hope you guys learned a lot. Again, I thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I will be bringing you more. And anything that you want to see, message me.